Hey guys, Coach Cam here, and today I'm going to show you some variants of dips, rows, and pull-ups you can do at home with a minimum amount of equipment. So let's get started. The first one we're going to go over is the dip. And if you don't have boxes at home, you don't have rings at home, you can easily use chairs. You just want to make sure your chairs are nice and stable, nice and steady, and they're on a sticky surface. So I'm going to demonstrate with some boxes behind me, and I'll give you a few variations that you can potentially use. So I've got my two boxes here, and they're pretty low. Like most chairs are going to be pretty low, so it's going to be hard to get full range of motion, or full range of motion into the dip unless you have your knees actually contact the ground. And what you can do, this is actually pretty useful because you can use your legs a little bit to initiate that dip. I'm just kind of extending my hips, extending my knees, and then driving up with my arms to finish. Alternatively, you can have the feet to the front. It gives you a little bit more consistent push through that whole range of motion. If you want to use a single chair, we can bring in our chair here, and we'll do the kind of classic tricep dip behind the body. The only thing with this is it's a little bit harder on the shoulder, especially through the bicep tendon in the front of the shoulder. Just puts a bit more pressure through there, but basically we're doing that same motion here. But like I said, because the arms are behind your body the whole time, you're going to get a little bit more pressure through the front of your shoulder. So if you've got any shoulder issues, or anybody actually, the preferred variant is between the two boxes and using your legs at the bottom of the dip if you need to, and if you don't have enough clearance with the floor. Another really good one is if you have a band. So I've got a nice solid purple band here. A band and basically a horizontal kind of pull-up bar scenario. Loop that band over your bar, just like so. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pull it down, and we're going to do our dips from this standing position. Actually, this is quite difficult. Again, we're going for that full range of motion, trying to get the hands up by the armpits, driving all the way straight with the arms. This is a lot more like a ring dip in that you got to control the resistance you're actually driving down, but that resistance isn't stable. It's kind of moving side to side. So another really good variation for a ring dip, if you got a solid anchor point like a rafter in your garage or something like that, don't really need a pull-up bar, just something that's high enough. If you got something a bit lower, again, you can loop it over and just kneel down so you get enough tension to drive your arms down and make it difficult. All right, now with the rows, pretty important movement when we're training at home because we do so many pushing. It's so easy to do pushing movements, both vertical and sort of horizontal. We don't really balance them out too much with some rows. So I'm going to show you a few variants of that using essentially the same equipment that I just showed you, with the exception of if you have a nice towel, a nice long towel, then your basic variation is going to be a towel row. In this case, I've actually got some sweatpants. Bam, bam. Going to wrap them around a pillar, something nice and supportive, right? It's not going to fall over. Get a firm grip on there. And all we're doing is doing a row, pulling the elbows back, the shoulders back, just like so. And it's going to be really challenging for your grip. It's going to be super challenging here. A way you could make it easier is if you make a knot at each end and you hold above that knot, kind of like an old school climbing rope. It'll help you hang on there a little bit. But it's a great challenge for your grip, just as is, either with towel or sweatpants or whatever. And kind of a similar feeling to a rope climb, so kind of a unique stimulus. My next one is using the band again. So I'm going to grab the band. It's already kind of up there and suspended. Now this would be a pull-up option. So say you have a high bar, but you actually can't do pull-ups on it. What you can do is basically do a band pull down. So we're thinking about the same action as a pull-up, but instead of pulling our body up, we're pulling the band down. And again, this can get quite difficult because the band tension will ramp up significantly as you're pulling that band down towards your shoulders. Another variant with the band is to stand on it and create resistance by standing on the band. If you're a superhuman, you might choose to go doubled up like so. It's going to really ramp up really, really fast as you pull. Notice the body position, setting kind of like almost in the mid part of a deadlift as you go there. If that's a bit too difficult, stand on one single strand of that band, and then we're going to pull the single strands up, just like so. All right, and then our last one for the pulling is, if you got a pillar you want to stand and not do that band row, you can stand up, adjust your position, and then instead of pulling our body to the pillar, again, we're pulling the band to ourselves. Just like so. All right, so some really useful variations that you can use for your pulling exercises if you don't have a barbell, don't have a pull-up bar, don't have dumbbells or kettlebells. And this will enable us to do a lot of pulling workouts in the near future. So experiment around with those. If you need a band, we do have some left still at the gym. Yeah, other than that, good luck, have fun, see you soon.